we're really excited about the fight booking with Cody Garbrandt. We had Tyson on, your coach, 2 weeks ago, and we were trying as hell. Can you give us a clue? Can you rule this guy out? Will he need a passport to go to Fight Island? But that guy was a vault. He wouldn't say a damn thing. He kept it under hush. And we found out, of course, it is Cody Garbrandt, and that's really good for you. He's a former champion. He's very, very, very popular. And I just think it's a great pivotal fight for both of you.
Yeah, no, hell yeah, I'm excited, man. This is gonna be fireworks. You know, he always brings the fight. Like you said, he's ex-former champ. You know, huge name. So main event. You know, I can't complain.
How did it work out for you on your end? Were you given any options at all? Were there other names that almost came into play? Like, how did this work out?
No, I did not. I did not see this one coming. I thought I was gonna be sitting for a little bit. Obviously I was trying to either get like that TJ fight or the Jose Aldo fight. The rumor was that Jose was going to fight Cody, or Cody was obviously going down to 25. So I was like, all right, well, that's probably not going to happen. I'm either going to have to sit and wait, or maybe fight Jose. Figured they would do the TJ and Sandhagen fight, but you know, out of nowhere, name came up. You know, of course, I said yes, and then they made the fight happen. But yeah, I was definitely not on my radar.
We thought it was going to be Jose Aldo as well, because when we would ask Tyson, like, well, who are some of the names that you think, you know, would be good for Rob? He'd say, well, there's Aldo and, you know, Garbrandt or Cruz or Dillon, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, well, can you give us a clue? And, you know, and he'd say, nah, yeah, man, but when you pick from a group like Aldo, and one of our listeners said, you notice he keeps saying Aldo? And we thought, okay, maybe that's a clue, but it turned out it wasn't. I want to ask you this, though. When you did hear it was Garbrandt, I think every fighter gets the call or they're told in person, and right away they put their hands together and like, all right, we got this. And I think the reason they start saying it is because they start envisioning it. And what do you start envisioning right away? Where do you start thinking, I got a strength, I got an advantage over this kid right away, and this is where I want to start building a game plan?
Yeah, you know, so I was actually laying down. Tyson called my girlfriend. She woke me up, told me, you know, we're fighting main event, the 22nd versus Cody. All I knew was that we had a date. Once I found out I was fighting Cody, I started obviously kind of putting together, but I didn't know it was the main event. I didn't know when, but I knew it was Cody. And then once I kind of got the date in the main event, that's when I think my imagination and everything started like really working from there. You know, obviously the first thing I think is, you know, how much damage he has taken, you know, my length, my footwork, and then just, you know, being super confident with my jab and knowing that if I touch him at will, like I'm going to be able to find the crosses and hooks once I get my jab established.
You know, when we talk about game plan, I wanted to ask you, as far as Cody Garbrandt goes and his style, is it like night and day compared to other guys that you've been able to prepare for in the past?
Yeah, I mean, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into with a guy like Cody. You know, he's looking for the knockout. You know, he's throwing big punches. He'll mix in some kicks, and you know, occasionally throw in a takedown. But it's big punches. So you know exactly what you're getting into. You know, I'm always prepared to you know, take it to the ground if you know, obviously they shoot, or if I get an opportunity to take it there. But you know, it's pretty straightforward. You know, he's trying to knock me out, and I'm trying to knock him out.
Rob, I wanted to talk a little bit about, I'm going to tie in your early life to where you're at today. In talking to Tyson, anytime we get one of you guys from the cartel on the show, it's just this relationship that you guys have that's very unique. It's more of like a family. And I know you grew up kind of like in a military household, right, where you had to move around and all that. So that's a lot of making new friends, meeting people, like trust issues start to happen.
Yep.
But now that you're in this environment, did that almost make you like appreciate what you have even more right now with your team?
Yeah, you know, I finally got that. You know, I'm settled in. It's kind of like got the hometown feel. You know, I got, like I said, I got best friend, like real best friends, not just a friend for a year or two. So yeah, you know, locking it in, and then, you know, being able to kind of bounce off, you know, ideas and thoughts and feelings or whatever off of people that know exactly what I'm feeling like is definitely huge. So, Yeah, no, it definitely feels like home in New England.
Outside of the guys in your camp, your coaches, I'm sure you admire a lot of mixed martial artists from the past or even today. But if you couldn't talk to Tyson or any of the guys in your camp and you wanted to get advice on a fight, just like a sharp mind out there, a fighter that you enjoy watching, who would you maybe bounce ideas off of?
I got to work with James Krause not too long ago. I believe it was before Calvin's fight in Fight Night when he fought Danny Gay, and I got to pick his brain a lot, and got to hit pads with him. So he definitely probably be first on my list to kind of hit up and kind of pick his brain.
Kraus getting a lot of love. A lot of people
Yeah.
saying his name as of late.
James,
That's
man.
good. I'm happy for him. Yeah.
He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing right now.
A couple weeks before your fight is Sandhagen versus Dillashaw. A lot of people, because of Sandhagen, are saying this one's a number one contender fight. Well, I should say also because Dillashaw's a former champ, as is Garbrandt. But I think because of Sandhagen, people are saying, this is a number one contender fight, meaning if Sandhagen wins, it's going to be hard to leapfrog him. If Dillashaw wins, depending on the win, you never know. Who knows? But how do you see it? Do you feel like your audition 2 weeks later, you can supersede with something spectacular, especially if their fight is a dud or just maybe doesn't move the needle? Or are you thinking of that, or are you not too worried about that?
Honestly, I haven't really sat down and thought about it. I can see, say, if obviously, like, say a guy like a Sandhagen wins, I can see him getting a title shot over me. Depending on how boring or the fight is, which I doubt is going to be boring or a dud, I can see that happen. I can see me waiting a little longer. I personally wouldn't be, I guess, that butthurt. You saw what a guy like Sandhagen's been doing. So I can see in a perfect world, obviously, he goes out there, he wins, I win. I would obviously love to get the title shot first, but I can see how he would get it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm too behind.
Let's go back a few years. The Sunsal Munoz losses, which came on a run where you went 1-2, and did you have doubts at that time? Like, okay, I'm obviously one of the best in the world at doing this in my weight class, but maybe I'm not one of the top 5 or the top 10. Did doubts ever creep in, or did you know that you could overcome that and then push forward like you have and now become one of those top dogs?
Yeah, it's obviously it's easy for me to say, yeah, I knew it. I just it was definitely heartbreaking to lose those fights. I just knew I just had to keep going because I feel like I belong here with these guys, and I know I'm a top 5 fighter champion, so I just gotta get more opportunities, get better in the gym, and go out there and perform. And I feel like the last 3 fights I've done that, and this is another big opportunity to prove to myself and obviously prove to the MMA community that I'm a future champ and definitely a top contender.
Who kept you in the game during that difficult little run that you had? Who not just one person, but maybe multiple people that just had you keep staying positive, believing in your skills, believing that there was still a higher ceiling that you could, not only were you good at the time, but you could still get better. And also, why don't you throw in the setback you had with the knee injury? I'm sure those same people came to the rescue during these tough times.
Yeah, no. So yeah, obviously, the squad. It's Tyson, it's Calvin, it's my girl Catherine, it's it's my little brother. It's the support system I got that they don't even look at a loss like as a setback. They see it as a learning opportunity. So it's easier for me to do that as well. Then obviously you throw in a knee injury, is kind of like so I had. My basic, my regular support system, and then obviously everybody at the PI, they helped out a lot too. So it was kind of like, all right, well, let's get this knee situated. Let's put the losses behind us and let's get back on the roll. And we got the opportunity to go and fight Moraes, and then took advantage of it. And it's just another one we have in front of us with Cody Garbrandt that I feel like this is just exactly where we wanted to be. This is exactly where we knew we could be, and just go out there, have fun, and look for the knockout as soon as possible because I believe once I touch him, I'm going to hurt him.
What kind of a relationship do you have with Cody Garbrandt? Are you friends? Have you crossed paths? Have you never said a word to each other? Do you have a mutual friend? What would you say is your relationship with this guy?
I met him. I forgot when it was one of the athlete summits. I met him at one of those, and then I met him again after my Douglas DeAndrade fight. I had fought. He came back. He came up to me and said, congratulations, and that was it. But no relationship. Kind of like one of those kind of nods type thing. See what's up, and that's about it.
Well, like I said, he's a former champ. He's very, very highly regarded by the UFC. He just seems. I know that his traffic does well. Anytime like he's on social media or on Junkie, and so like I say, he's just very, very popular. So this is a huge, huge spotlight on your fight. Yes, and now, of course, you're building your own spotlight along the way too. So those forces are going to collide. But man, it's going to be a great fight. Like you said, he throws hard. He's always going for the KO, and he just has like a nice like bravado to him. You know what I mean? Like, and he seems like the type of guy where like if you do get the best of him, he's going to say, he got me. Yeah. Putting the Dillashaw fights aside, he's got his own issues regarding those fights, and that's understandable. But every other time I've seen him compete, I love the way he competes because he goes hard. But if he wins, obviously he seems to be a good sportsman on either side. Like I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of yours. I can't wait, man. This is such a huge fight. I just wish it was sooner. But then I always wind up saying, couldn't you have given him a proper camp? So I'll wait like 2 months for this one.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's fireworks, man. This is going to be a great fight. The UFC knows what they're doing, man. I'm excited. I know, Cody's going to bring it. I'm going to bring it, and we're definitely putting on a show for the fans. That's a fact.
George brought up brands, and I want to help you with yours a little bit because we spoke to Adrian Yanez yesterday. He's trying to talk to Dr. Pepper. I can make a run to Fuku Burger right now, but I need some information. They're going to ask me, like, what's in a Rob Funku Burger? What would you put? They go, make us a burger. What would be in it?
Oh, man, I got to go with the number 2 from Fuku, but that's a good question. Let me actually sit down, think about it, and give you legit. And I'm going to shoot you guys a message, legit Fuku Burger inspired, because they got so much, the gravy, the egg, the little soy. Man, it's too much to even think about right now. But
I know.
I'm going crazy, but we got to make that happen.
You like red peppers?
I do red peppers. I did red onions. I mix it. I try anything really once. Big egg on the burger guy, bacon.
Oh yeah, I love when you said the egg. Oh man, yeah, I'm an even bigger fan.
I love how they mix in the gravy for the fries.
Double patty or single patty? What do you?
Double patty, man. Gotta go home. Gotta go big or go home, right? But yeah, I mean, let me think about that one. I'm gonna break that one down. I actually was trying to get one out there not too long ago when I was there for Calvin's fight. But they weren't open at the time, but I was pissed, man. I was in Vegas for 2 days and I couldn't get a Fuku Burger, but they reached out to me not too long ago. So I'm gonna be out there soon. I'm definitely heading back to Fuku.
Nice.
I would love to see that goes to be able to go up there and order a Fonku burger.
Fonku burger, yeah. I love it.
Nice. Hey, we really appreciate you spending some time with us today, as always, and we're very happy for your success. You have a great team. You're a great group of guys, minus that love for the Celtics, but we won't hold it against you. But regardless, we look forward to fight week, seeing you guys in town, and hopefully we can do a quick catch-up the week before, and you can tell us how camp went.
Definitely, man. Thank you guys for having me on. I can't wait.